welcome back to my channel. My name is Elisa and I like to make all sorts of things sewing, knitting, crochet related. In today's video, we are going to be looking at project bags. I have been wanting to, for a while, put together like a mass crank out project bags day, and I hope today is the day. If everything goes well, it probably will take me into tomorrow knowing every time that I pull out my sewing machine, but we're going to hope for the best and see how far we can come. So I have pulled out quite a bit of my fat quarters that I have here, and I'm hoping that I can make quite a few bags. I want to try making some newer ones that I haven't done yet, and as well as some that I have, and making them better, more functional, and just more of them. So hopefully I can get a range of sizes in, from my small little sock projects to maybe ones that are large enough to hold a sweater, and we'll just see how this goes. With that being said, let's just jump right in. So here is pretty much all of my fabric laid out. These are what I'm thinking of working with. I'm wondering if some of them I'm probably going to end up making patchwork styled, but as you can tell, I have quite a bit of summery fabrics that I really want to crank out some summer project bags with, and I think some are just so pretty on their own that I'm going to have to just let that be itself. And I'll probably have just solid colors here for lining and nothing too crazy, but really I just have a range of fabrics that I'm really excited to work with, and I think they're all so pretty. But the first thing I'm going to do is probably figure out which ones I want to have patchworked, and then work on cutting out those squares, and also just sort of figuring out what size I want each of the patterns to be. I probably am not going to work through all of this because this is a lot of fabric, but we'll see where I get. Let's start with the first group, which is these beautiful orange patterned ones. This one is my favorite. It's pretty much like orange blossoms. I literally love this one. I'm probably gonna have this one be its main thing, and if I can, I'm hoping I can make it this size. I'd say that this is a medium-sized project bag, so that's what I'm hoping to get out of it. I don't know if I will, since they are only back quarters, but I should be able to. And if I can't, actually, no, I will be able to, because I'm going to use this as the bottom part of the bag. So the one that I've made here, I use the whole fabric as just the bag itself. But what I'm planning on doing with this one is making it so that way the top part of the bag here will be this fabric, but then the bottom part will be this fabric, and it'll be kind of split, if that makes sense at all. So that's probably what I'm gonna do for this one. So I'm gonna set this one aside because this is gonna be, her own thing. She is going to steal the show. And I'm also gonna set this one aside with her for the moment because I'm gonna need to cut out that bottom piece of fabric before I cut any squares for patchwork. These, however, I think will all make a really pretty patchwork on their own together with a few of these put in. So that's what I'm hoping to get with these fabrics. Again, just very summery, spring-like. This is just a plain plaid. Ugh. And then some more orange/lemon blossoms is what it looks like to me. But I'll probably make that one a patchwork of its own. And then this, once I cut them all out and put them together, I'll decide what size bag I'll make with it, but I think that's gonna be its own. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna make these all three a patchwork together as well, like I did with these. So these I'm gonna set aside as patchwork. I love the Swaros on this, that's why I got it. The other ones I'm just sort of about. This one I don't know if it's even from this pattern. I think it is because I kept it with it, but it reminds me of a different one that I used that I wasn't a huge fan of the fabric with. But this one is also kind of cute on its own. I don't know. I think if I do it, this needs to be, I don't know, guys. I'm kind of torn on this one. I could make it like I'm gonna make that orange one where the top is like this and then the bottom is that one, but I think that's almost a little bit too busy. We're gonna go all patchwork with this one. This is one I've had for like ever. I've had these, I swear, since I was in high school, and I did a ton of like scrunchies. This is just a really cute kind of like sunflower-ish patch. Honestly, I could do them all as a patchwork, and I think I would love that. Yep, decided. I'm gonna make these all together a patchwork. I just think all the fabrics with this one go together really nicely. I really hope that I'm up for the patchworking part because that's gonna take a bit. So I'm gonna set these with my patchwork pile, which are pretty much all of these. Okay, and then now this is probably my favorite one because it's like lake themed and I think it's so cute. So you have this, which is gonna be interesting. Like, it's on itself, it looks like a patchwork type of design, so I don't know how well that would look as patchwork. I think what I'm gonna do is do this idea because I like the contrast enough, where it'll be blueberries on the bottom. All right, let's get to figuring out my squares. JK, I'm gonna iron first. One down. This many to go. Okay, so I finished ironing out all of my fat quarters. Now it's just going to be figuring out how many squares I can get out of this. Because I want to essentially get 16 squares out of this. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Okay, that literally took me like 4 hours. No, like 2 hours to cut out, but they're done. At least all the patchworks are cut out. Now they are not perfect squares because I don't have the patience for that. But I have most of them cut out, so now I'm pretty much just going to like organize them by the fabric that they're going to be put together, and then just kind of try and lay it out a little bit and then start sewing them together, so that way I at least have my fabric made. Okay, so I think I have the orange one planned out. I like this layout, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and like snap a picture. Looks good to me. Let's grab our handy dandy sewing machine. Actually, I am getting hungry and it's already past like 7 almost, so I am going to get dinner and probably pick back up tomorrow and spend the rest of the night editing instead. So I'll see you tomorrow morning, and hopefully we will crank out some project bags. Bye! Thankfully, I have all of my pieces cut out, but I need to start sewing them together. So I've pulled out my sewing machine, and if you've watched my videos, you know that the last time I pulled out my sewing machine, I was not very happy. So we're gonna hope that today she's feeling better, and that I'm gonna be able to piece these together. Let's find out. We are just gonna go all out in navy today. So I'm pretty much just gonna start stitching them together and praying that it's not gonna give me a headache. Otherwise, this is going to be a very long project in the making, so. I have all of the strips now for the first bag, and I'm pretty much just gonna trim off all of the extra threads, these thingies. Yeah, these. And trim those, and then I'm sew down the pretty much. I need to sew them together now. I think I want to make some dinner first though. And I just started like half an hour ago. Take 2. I didn't even sew these together correctly. That's not right. Well, we are, I guess just gonna go with it because what else are you gonna do at this point? One of my fabrics done. Not perfect, but definitely done. Now just imagine that I did this for all of them. I was literally on my last one and I decided to sew it down this instead of sewing this side to the side. Yay!